from 345 Soap Company, Cuauhtli. My thanks to viewer Greg Pesanti for very kindly and generously sending this one along to the channel and allowing me to share with all the viewers out there. We're going to build a lather and we're going to have a shave coming up next. Hi YouTubers and wet shavers everywhere, it's Mark at Georgetoon.com. I'm back in our video. Hey, we're going to have a shave with a brand new shave soap in the shave den, courtesy of viewer Greg Pesanti. Greg, thank you very, very much. Here it is, folks, from 345 Soap Company, Cuauhtli. How about that? Check out that label art, huh? This is an homage to Imagination by Louis Vuitton. And we also happen to have Imagination cologne right here. So that's going to be our post-shave. Greg Pesanti also very, very kindly sent this along to the channel. So we're going to have a shave with Cuauhtli and then finish it up with Louis Vuitton Imagination. Yeah, that's what we got going on. So I'm going to go ahead and put some hot water in the, because I'm going to do a warm water shave. I'm going to put some warm water in the shaving bowl, hot water, warm water, in the Starry Night lathering bowl. Big thank you to Beth Jones for this one. Beth, thank you very, very much. And we're also going to use our Yaki Starry Night shaving brush because check out that handle. That handle just captures the same color scheme as the label art of Cuauhtli. How about that? That's why we're using this one. It's a 28 millimeter synthetic knot. And check out that coin on the bottom there, huh? Really very, very nice. And courtesy of Matt Panter, the Edwin Jagger 316 razor with the aluminum handle, stainless cap, base plate, neck, and end cap here, right here. Boy, this is end cap, well, bottom knob. This is really a wonderful, wonderful razor. Edwin Jagger 316 with the aluminum handle, stainless top and bottom. Okay, this is terrific. A really, really wonderful razor. And my blade is going to be a Wizamet Super Iridium razor blade right there. How about that? Yeah, that's great. So that's what we got going on. I think we're going to use the Cube 2.0 for a pre-shave wash, but no pre-shave lather. We're going to let Cuauhtli and this wonderful soap base do all the talking in developing that lather. I've got 2 days worth of beard growth, so we're going to have a shave, so hang in there with me. Okay, I've done my pre-shave wash. I've got some hot water in the Starry Night lathering bowl. We're going to get rid of that. Okay, and I also have some hot water on top of this brand new tub of Cuauhtli shave soap right here. I will dump that out and I'll show you. See, brand new tub, okay, right there. And here's our Starry Night brush from Yaki. Yaki. So we're going to go ahead and do a brush load here. And, oh, that's a marvelous scent. It's rather subtle in the tub. And boy, that is great. That's masculine. That's refined. That's marvelous. That really is. I like this one a lot. We'll remind you of the scent notes on the screen below, and we'll also put the scent notes for Louis Vuitton's Imagination as well, so you can kind of compare the two. But this is an homage to Louis Vuitton's Imagination. We got the real deal to follow up. That's fantastic. This sells very, very quickly on the 345 Soap Company. The Splash, the shave soap, they sell very, very quickly. So we've got a really good brush load there, and it started to cream up. I'm going to dip that brush in the water just a little bit. I'm going to get a little more, just a little more. I want to get a little more cream there. Yeah, oh, that's nice. Yeah, it's starting to creaming around the inner rim there. I just want to get a little more. Okay, so very, very slick. I'm going to wipe my hand off here. A one-handed towel wipe there. All right, got a little bit of water in the bottom of the bowl here. We're going to use that. And we're going to go ahead and build this lather. You can see it's already starting to come to fruition. I am going to add a little bit of water here. And again, no pre-shave lather. We're just going to go ahead and paint this on. And this is a good brush to use for this. Good synthetic brush. I think, I'll have to look at my notes again. I think that Greg said that these lather better or best with synthetic brushes. This particular shave soap brand, 345 Soap Company. Wow, look at that. We're already getting, look at that. We're already getting a lather. Now I'm going to get a little more water because I think I can extend that. Oh, there is the Zerati shift, that tone drop. And look, oh yeah, that little bit of water just really produced a heap more lather than I just recently had. Look at this. Oh my gosh, look, boom, lather, check that out. Wow, that was fast. My goodness. Okay, so here we go. We're going to paint that on. And boy, is that nice. And the scent is really, really terrific. This is perfect for an evening night out. And it's my first experience with this kind of scent. That is to say, a shave soap that's created to be an homage to a Louis Vuitton scent. I don't think I've ever experienced any other shave soap in the shave den that was trying to duplicate, that is, a Louis Vuitton scent. So this is a first for me. And again, 2 days worth of beard growth. We got some nice coverage here. Boy, that's a terrific lather. Look at that. And it seems like I dialed in the water to soap ratio very nicely. And these 345 soaps are wonderful. They are wonderful. And like I say, the lather is just marvelous. The scents are great. Any 345 soap company shave soap that you get from them is going to just lather a treat. The scent is going to be very, very good. And I like this one a lot. Now, I think you could, if you try this and you're a student of Louis Vuitton, you may or may not agree with me as to how close and authentic it is to the Louis Vuitton scent. My first experience with the Louis Vuitton Imagination scent and also with Cuauhtli. So, I like the scent. Initially, it's very, very good. All right, here's my razor, handle, cap, base plate. We're going to get a Wizamet Super Iridium razor blade. Okay, there it is right there. And I'm going to set those over there like that. I just saw my Voskhod blades there. I probably could have gone with a Voskhod too, but it was kind of buried in that little tray I have of razor blades. Okay. All right, here it is. Super Iridium right there. Here's our cap. Oh, that fits in very nicely. I like how that blade fits in very nicely, and those posts just poke right up. It's got kind of like the base plate's kind of like it's a post and slot configuration. Isn't that neat? Okay, so again, we're going to drop that in there like that. Okay, so there it is. And then we're going to get the base plate, which also has holes to accommodate both the posts and those tabs, actually. A little slot there. Accommodate both the posts and the tabs. There it is like that. Boy, that just sits in there so nicely and aligns so perfectly. Boy, this is a wonderful razor. Again, a big, big thank you to viewer Matt Panter. Balance and alignment are spot on. And look how stable the lather has remained while we were chatting here and loading the razor blade. That's marvelous. All right, again, we're doing a warm water shave, and I'm going to heat this up under some hot, hot, hot water. It is cooling down, even though I'm recording this towards the end of summer. It is cooling down a little bit. Getting down to about the upper 40s, lower 50s at night, and it's warming up to about 75, 80 degrees during the day. So I could go warm water or cold water. I'm decided to go with a warm water shave. All right, here we go. 30 degrees, a light touch. Let the razor do all the work, gentlemen. Boy, that is just superlative glide. Really, really nice slickness. And I can gauge how good pretty much. I can pretty much gauge how good a shave soap slickness is by doing my neck here. When I get to the end of where the lather is, if I extend it a little bit and it doesn't pinch or bite on that last little bit of the shave stroke, then I know the residual slickness and the glide, very, very good. And that's what I'm experiencing here. Very, very good slickness and glide. No pinching or biting here at the end of the shave stroke. That's kind of something that I've noticed, this far into my wet shaving journey. I didn't notice it right away. It's just something that kind of developed from doing a lot of wet shaves. Great residual slickness to allow me to get the chin there. That's nice. Wow. Did a nice job on the upper lip. I want to make sure I get all those little extraneous whiskers there. Like right here, I probably could get a little more here. And that residual slickness allows me to do that. All right, first pass done. Let's rinse. That's a really nice first pass. I would say I'm right there, just opening the door to a socially acceptable shave. I think I'm just starting to step into that territory. And if I had to run out the door, I think it'd be passable. Again, 2 days worth of beard growth, so that comes into play here. I think it was 1 day's worth of beard growth. I would be in solid, socially acceptable shave territory. So we're gonna, look how much lather I have here. Look at that. Isn't that marvelous? Look at that. We're gonna go ahead and paint this on. Now the weight of this lather is just perfect. It's not too heavy, it's not too light. It's, right now it's using that little bit of excess water or extra water that I have on my skin, on my face here, and it's using that. And I'm laying down a nice coat, and as you can see, I can build up that cushion, just like that. First layer was a little thin because of the water, but now I can build up, look at that, I can build up that cushion there. That is terrific. That is marvelous. Look at that. I can just build that up, give myself some extra cushion. .345 Soap Company's shave soaps just develop wonderful, wonderful lathers. They build wonderful, wonderful lathers. Wow. I'm going to put a little bit up here. I got a good majority of the whiskers on the upper lip. I would say I probably got maybe 85 to 90%, something like that. I'm going to go for those little bits up underneath the nostrils. And look at that. And I still have, look at what I have here. I have so much here. I have enough for a third pass, maybe even a third pass and a little bit of a touch-up. That's marvelous. Okay, we're going to set that there like that. Here's my razor. Everything is nice and snug. We're going to go with pass number 2. We're going to go east to west across the grain. Again, look at that residual slickness in action. That's terrific. That really is. Boy, that is so smooth. The way the whisker is just being shaved away, very, very comfortable. Really nice and smooth and comfortable. Some really good, how do I want to say it? the blade feel is very, very smooth. That's what I'm trying to say. And I think partly due to this wonderful razor and the Wisdom razor blade, but a good portion of that is due to this wonderful lather, the cushion, the glide, and the slickness. Again, great residual slickness. Okay, let me touch up my lip here. Let me touch up my upper lip here. Marvelous. Oh yeah. That's great. I'm going to just paint a little bit on there like that, because I think the shave is done after 2 passes. But I'm just going to go against the grain a little bit on those little bits up there. I want to have that extra protection. Yeah. Marvelous. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Second pass done. Let's rinse. This shave is done. My gosh, that's a marvelous, marvelous result. I dare say I probably could have used a blade that has a little more edge than the Wisdom. The Wisdom's have this really nice smooth edge. I probably could have used the blade with a little more growl. Yeah, this was good. This was really, really good. And I say that because of the protection that I got from the lather. Really, really top notch. The scent was marvelous throughout the shave. All right, we're going to do my warm water rinse, my cold water rinse. You can hear the water running. And I'll see you on the other side for the alum block, so hang in there with me. Very, very refreshing. Wow. Great, great rinse routine. Clean, fresh towel waiting for me right here. Oh boy, that feels great. What a great shave. What a wonderful, wonderful shave. Boy, this is BBS. No doubt about it. Man, that's great. And up here, underneath the nostrils, boy, that really took everything away. Man, that's marvelous. All right, let's get my alum block here. And we'll run this under some cold water. And we'll see what kind of feedback we get. See if there's any stinging, any zinging. I love using the alum block. It has antiseptic properties. It also has antiseptic properties and, well, I can't remember the word now. Antiseptic properties. It'll come to me. I'll put it on the screen if I'll remember after cameras are turned off. All right, here we go. That's really very, very smooth and cool, like an ice cube. Right here underneath the nostril, nothing. I have a couple of really, really minor muted zings, but really it's more bracing from the alum block. Boy, that was great. What a great alum block pass that one. We're going to go ahead and dry that off, and then we'll put that back in its case here. Make sure that there's no water in there. Okay, and then we'll put that in there, and we'll let that, well, I'll set it up on the edge like that, and we'll let that dry out the rest of the way. Let me show you the lather. I don't believe I splashed in the lathering bowl. If I did, it doesn't matter because this stuff really responds well to water. Of course, you don't want to drown it, is what I'm saying, but still, a little bit of water, it'll use it. Especially if you have a good brush load like I did. Look at that. Yeah, boy, this stuff is great. Look at that. Look at that peak. And again, the weight of the lather is just perfect. It's not too heavy. It's not too light. It's right there nicely in the middle. And I'm sure that you could probably vary that if you're a straight razor shaver And a lot of folks who use straight razors like to have their lather a little thinner. As you saw in my second pass, it did respond with a little extra water and give you a nice thin coat. So if you're a straight razor shaver, this will respond to that particular soap to water ratio if you want a thinner lather. They also provide you with a lot of slickness and a lot of glide. So just so you know, okay, here we're going to use this right here, and I'm just going to go ahead and just right like this. And we'll see what this is here. Just a couple of squirts here, right? A couple of sprays, right? Okay, come on. There we go. That's nice. That's nice. First couple of sprays, first couple of presses of that spray nozzle did not project anything. Nothing came out. So it was the last 2 or 3 that gave me a burst of this. That's nice. Wow. That is the Cuauhtli. That's the Cuauhtli scent. I would say 5 levels above. That's really nice. There's something extra there. I mean, this scent is wonderful, but that cologne does have some extra ingredient or something in there that makes it stand out a little bit. Complements the shave soap very, very well. And the scent of the shave soap is very, very good. But I think in strength is what I'm saying. The cologne is a little more pronounced. 5 levels, okay, maybe that's an exaggeration, but it's a good couple of clicks above the shave soap. Really, really good. I guess initially when it hit me, that's where I'm saying, oh yeah, it's way above. Now that it's dissipating a little bit, it's just kind of melding into the background, and it's becoming a little bit equal with the scent of the shave soap. Again, just maybe a click or 2 above that. Yeah, this was a good one. Wow, great shave. This is a terrific scent. I gotta get the aftershave splash. Now that I have the cologne, I gotta get the splash for this. Like this scent a lot. Refined, masculine, perfect for an evening night out. This is a good one. Love the label artwork. Went great with my Starry Night shaving brush and the razor, the 316 razor with the aluminum handle and stainless steel ends. Thank you, Matt Panther. That was terrific. The Starry Night Lathering Ball. Thank you, Beth Jones. That really aided in creating a great lather. This is a good one, folks. A big thank you to Greg Pesanti for very, very kindly and generously sending this one on the channel and allowing me to share with all the viewers out there. Greg, thank you very, very much. All right, that's it. Thanks very much for tuning in again. I really do appreciate it. Please share, please subscribe, please like. Hit that bell so I'll give you a yell the next time I upload a video. Comment below. Let me know. Check out my Amazon product page at amazon.com/shop/MarkZerati, where you'll find all the Amazon listed products that I review in this channel, organized and categorized so you can find everything in a snap very easily. Thanks very much for tuning in again. I really do appreciate it. Let me get that Louis Vuitton imagination right there so you can see that. Thanks very much for tuning in again. I really do appreciate it. I'll see you again real soon.